Boker Tov, we are starting with the 8th Perek of Megilat Esther, and Haman was just hung, and now Bayomahu, on that day that he was hung, Natan HaMelech Achashverosh Esther HaMalka et Bet Haman Tzorer HaYehudim. On that day, Achashverosh gave to Queen Esther the house of Haman, the one that was so difficult to the Jews. Mordechai ba lifnei HaMelech ki yigida Esther mahula. And Mordechai came to the king to tell him regarding Esther what his relationship was, how they were related. Vayasar HaMelech et tabato, second pasuk, and the king then took off his ring, asher ha'evir meHaman, that he took back from Haman. He took his ring, remember earlier in the story, he gave it to Haman to be second to the king. He got that back after they hung him. Then he took that same ring, vayitena le Mordechai, and he gave it to Mordechai. Vatasem Esther et Mordechai al bet Haman. And then Esther appointed Mordechai over the house of Haman. So let's get into this a little bit. So Bayomahu, exactly on that day, because of Achashverosh's love for Esther, now that they got rid of the enemy, on that day he says, okay, we got rid of your enemy, now I want to raise you up and bring you and Mordechai to a higher position. The Gaon of Vilna quotes here Pesukim Kohelet. Ki le'adam shetov lefanav, to a man that's good to Hashem, natan chokhmah v'dat v'simcha. Hashem gives him wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and happiness. For the choteh, to the sinner, natan inyan le'esof v'lichnos, he gives him things to gather, latet latov lifnei Elohim, to give to others that's going to be good for God. So the Gaon of Vilna is talking about Mordechai and Esther, Mordechai and Haman. Because Mordechai is the good guy. Ki le'adam tov, as we're going to see later in the Megillah, Mordechai is described as Doresh Tov Le'amo. He talks good about the nation. So Mordechai was a good man. And then it also says that Mordechai is compared to the word Mordechai. Mordechai is one of the spices, and he's compared to oil, as the Shemen HaMishcha, the oil in the Beit HaMikdash was mixed with spices in order to inaugurate the king. Inaugurate Mashiach. Mashiach means the anointed one. So Mordechai, which refers to spices, was like a beautiful spice, and shemen, oil, also connects to chokhmah, wisdom. So Mordechai, in his name and who he was in his being, he already had this connection to wisdom, vadat, and knowledge. Here we see earlier in the Megillah, vayivadaha davar le Mordechai, that Mordechai knew what was going on, with referring to when he overheard Bigtan and Teresh wanting to kill Achashverosh. So, but the pasuk of Vayivadah, it became known to him, says the Gaon of Vilna, it wasn't that he heard, but he received it from Ruach HaKodesh. So, Da'at is also Ruach HaKodesh that Mordechai received, and Simcha, as we're going to see, V'ha'ir Shushan Tzahalav Samecha, Simcha was brought about through Mordechai. So all these qualities are with Mordechai. V'lachoteh, the sinner, that's Haman. Le'esof, he gathered money, he gathered kavod, but at the end it was given to someone else. That connected to Hashem, it was given to Esther and Mordechai. And when Achashverosh removes his ring, his signet ring, to give to Mordechai, what's happening is the two things that Haman received are now going to Mordechai. Bet Haman, the house of Haman, is referring to his wealth, and the ring is referring to the honor, the level that he now raised Mordechai to, receiving both wealth and honor from what Haman had, now going to Mordechai. So that's the shiur for today. We'll see what happens next, because the edict was still in place. Let's just keep that in mind, that Haman made an edict to get rid of all the Jews, even though he got killed, but it was still in the signature of the king. So we're going to have to undo that. We're going to see what happens later in the Perek. Amen ואמן. רבי חנניה בן הקשה המלצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ספר חכיבה למתרום שנאמר אדוני חפץ מן צדקו יגדיל תורה וידיר. אמן.